So we're up for a redesign. I told you we'd be back, and we are. I don't really care about the orange girl right now. Her face is mean and I appreciate it, but I really want her friend with the tattoo. I feel like it's a good idea. We just didn't execute it to its potential. The green lips, the tattoo. So I made some designs and we're gonna do her some justice. So I made a palette. Let's see what we're working with. And some waves. I feel like her hair should take some kind of resemblance to water, so I drew that. I think it looks pretty good, considering that all I draw is girls and not really nature. Right off the bat, the most magical thing happened. The color that I used has officially dried up as a marker. You see me trying to press harder like that's the answer? So I pick a different marker. This one is also dying. Look how patchy that work is. Like I was just trying to force it out. I was like, is this working? It's not. Look how terrible that looks. This is a beautiful outline. I won't let it be ruined. But don't worry, I got another marker. It's fine. We're totally fine. Back in the day, Hoo did a redesign. The ones that are dying are before that time. I've never refilled them. I never bothered to. They were destined to die this entire time. But this one, at the risk of this sounding like a sponsorship when it's not, brush nib over bullet any day. This is like butter. This is smooth like butter. I feel like it looks like I'm barely applying pressure because I am. I'm barely. Look how that turned out. She looks how she does in my head. That's how you know you're winning. This marker is so influential, I'm writing it down. It's the color Y1 pastel yellow, for those who can't read that. Look at her. She's not even near complete yet, and I'm 2 seconds away from like stuttering. She's beautiful. The tattoo is the same color as her lips and later her hair. I just take my money. I love it. I feel like she's the character that the main character loves the most but sees the least. Like it's all love, but they're just moving in two different directions and there's no way you can stay by her side. I think she's just one of those characters that just have to be elusive. You're not gonna see too much of them and you're just gonna light up when she does make her appearances. As much as I would love to say this girl rolls with the crew where she's got like her go-to people, this girl's a loner. Ain't no way. I think that she has people at every port that kind of look out and see if she's around. I also feel like this is what a towering woman looks like. Like this design short, I don't think would hit different. I think she's a tower of a woman. I think she looks down at people and cradles them gently. I think since she's over the seas, you'll probably catch her at abandoned ships or wrecked ships, helping people, forcing them over with the tide, getting them out to shore. I think she lifts grown men over her shoulder and walks gracefully like child's play. I want that for her. I feel like there's a level of harmless chaos with her. She probably kisses pirates. I feel like you'll catch her climbing on board and she like tries to steer the helm or something. She's cute. I don't want to see her in some pirate clothes, but you know what? We're here on a mission. I will not get distracted. I don't think she really tells people, or like she just lets people assume about who she is and what she's got going on, and she just kind of does whatever she wants. She's so free. I feel like every shot that she would be in if she was in an anime would have some form of flowing water. Even if that doesn't make sense, like she's in somebody's house or something, there would just be a pipe bursting and you would see water, like a little waterfall or something. I like that idea. That or like someone's always staring at her because I think that she looks like some kind of goddess. I really like that her design is so simple. Like we're not really leaning on accessories. There's no ribbons, no pearls in her head. Just need a little bit of depth to completely fall in love with this. So we're going in with some thicker outlines. She's beautiful. She really is. I think that this is such a pretty design. And I think that it does make sense that she's like into water and stuff. You know how water, when it gets deeper, the water's a little bit darker, it's a little bit colder? I want that for her hair. So for this one, we're not gonna use 56, we're using 58. It's more of a, I think it's more of a blue color. And maybe we'll add a little bit of 50, the darkest color. We gotta figure that out. And maybe her personality changes along the way. She's a little bit colder and despondent. Maybe she ignores you a little bit. Where she usually is, she's still in the area. She just doesn't want you to know. I know for a fact that's gotta be tough because there's gotta be people in this universe I'm creating that are in love with her. Like, look at her. There's no way. I think that they're gonna start urban legends about her. I think that there'll be the Lady of the Sea or something. And people are gonna go on quests to find her and seek her out. And I know that she'll save people from the wreckage and people will remember her and they'll want to thank her. And I know for a fact that she's gonna flirt with these sailors, with these people. They're gonna give her offerings. Homegirl's gonna take it. I think she's gonna be, her personality is why the legend starts in the first place. Oh, well, if you give her this, she'll take it and you'll have good luck. No, she just wants whatever you're giving her. So this is 58. And it's a darker bluish color. The other one was leaning towards green. I love this color. Out of all three of them, this has to be the best looking color. I almost regret just a little bit making that little dark stripe up there. I wish it were the same color. This is a missed opportunity. I'll have to forgive myself. But I'm probably gonna add more of the darker color because if we're going by light, middle, dark, so that she can be like in the deep depths of the ocean or whatever, then I feel like it should have more of a transition. I gotta add more darkness. This is a random thought, but I've always wanted to animate like water, but in her case, it would be like recycling like all the pollution in the ocean and her just like kind of forcing it back on the beaches and looking back at people like, do something, not in here, not in my house, take that outside. It's coming along, but not fast enough, and it's looking a little flat, so your girl's adding dimension. I had the idea that her hair could like flow like Eris, the goddess from Sinbad, but that's a little too much. So I just feel like when she steps out of water, her hair is like crazy hydrophobic and it's going to hold the form that it currently has. Them waves, those curls will never fall. I feel like she should have some kind of animal companion. Y'all already know I draw girls. That is it. You got a wave out of me. I drew water, but like I feel like she's got like a sea animal companion. And I feel like depending on where she is in the ocean is like the one that she'll like call out to like be her bud, but it's usually sharks. Absolutely. And it's like the sharks that get like banged up the most. So they got like mad scars, they're missing an eye, they're shedding their teeth, like that, or it's like a giant squid. I feel like she knows where the Kraken is. If I knew how to draw a squid, a fish, a shark with one eyeball, I would do it. All I know how to draw is girls, you dig? Y'all already know for the last girl, I want the darkest hair, so we'll be using 50. It's so crazy because the lighter of the two are so pretty. I feel like I don't know if I want to do all dark like the other ones. I gave them solid colors basically, or if we should have just went ombre, like super light to the dark, and that can be like the second layer of curls, or maybe it would be like better the better way, like light hair into super dark, maybe even black. I just don't know. I was under the impression that staring at the water that I drew would help me have an idea, because the darkest part was kind of the shadow. Actually, it's like the thing that like grabs my eye the most. So of course we're making that the hair color. Boom. Full send. Do I look like somebody who sweats the big decisions? Absolutely, but not on this channel. Not right now, not today. See, that's fire. When in doubt, full send. You heard? I love it. I think even when her hair is the darkest and she is acting out of her usual scope, I think she's still good. I don't see her being a villain. She was looking a little flat, so of course we're going in, adding some detail, layering on top of everything. She does look flat. She looks good, don't get me wrong. Miss Thang is doing it. But she does look flat. Okay, this is the part that I was nervous about. I feel like if you make little circles, as if there were bubbles in her hair, and like actual dots and little dots to make it look like the foam from the waves, maybe we got something. Maybe the issue was that I was using lines. Do you think? Because I think I'm happy with that. I think that's very cute. It's giving ocean. And it is flat because there's nothing darker than 50. Like even 50 layering isn't dark enough, so I went back in and I'm using my liner. You know when in doubt, use black. She's already looking better, man, but I do think that I have to rethink one of the things that I said. I think she does change her personality a little bit. Not villain, but not... You ever see something and you just kind of think, man... Like you walk down a road and you're kind of like, I should turn around. Just that little sixth sense. I think people can feel that something's off with her, and it's like, oh, I should get home and tell my kids I love them. Like, you know, something else. I think the bubbles were a good idea. Now I kind of wish I added bubbles to everything else. But just in case I'm wrong, I'm not going to. So that was the last girl. I really want to see her hair animated now, like the bubbles floating and moving. But this is a win. Look at that original design. I had the right idea, and now she's living her best life. This is so pretty. I want her to be in an animation. I think the best bubbles is the dark girl. The first girl has the best hair design, and the second has the best hair color. Yeah, I said what I said. Should I have had a fourth girl with all three combined? Yes, but we can't have everything we want. See you guys next time.